SES coronavirus COVID-19 appears to cause respiratory infections with a risk of death in humans. As corona started to spread around the world in 2019, it turned into an inevitable epidemic. It still continues to be a germ that threatens humanity. UV technology imitates the sun, which was the reason we have given the name Sun to our brand. Ultraviolet rays are light particles with a size of 254 nanometers. These light particles are small enough to pass through microbes and kill the microbe by breaking its DNA and RNA bonds. One of the easiest and most effective ways of sterilization of environment to protect from microbes is ultraviolet rays. It has been proved that it is also effective against HTL SUN UV coronavirus by testing in an authorized laboratory by the Ministry of Health. It has always been wondered whether viruses are suspended in the air or not. Viruses also have a mass. Everything that has a mass is under the influence of gravity. The virus is so small, it actually falls down only 3 centimeters in 1 hour and 30 centimeters in 10 hours, which is to the scale of 1 to 160 of a hair strand. If there is no airflow in your environment, it takes 36 hours for the virus to fall below 1 meter. This poses a great risk in closed environments. Cover letter. If it divides every 20 minutes, the bacteria multiplies 68 billion in 24 hours. HTL products are effective on all viruses: bacteria, molds, mites, fungi, spores, and especially coronavirus. It has been proven to be effective against microorganisms with DNA and RNA. HTL SUN works 1 minute after turning on the device thanks to the special sensors and equipment on UV. During this time, he expects you to leave the environment. It works if you have left the environment. If you haven't left, it expects you to leave. There are legible warnings regarding the absence of human and alive while working on the UV device. It warns with a sound for 30 seconds after it operates. It also warns those who are unaware of the device and are out of sight of the device. If a life enters the environment by mistake while the device is running, the device detects this and shuts down. When the environment is emptied again, it works for the set time and then turns off. HTL SUN UV devices are used in workplaces, petrol stations, pharmacies, hospitals, dental clinics, health centres, notaries, cargo, postal institutions, open offices, schools, educational institutions, operating rooms, waiting rooms, accommodation facilities, hotels, and it should be used in waiting rooms, cafes, restaurants, fast food establishments, locker cabins, elevators, working offices, meeting halls, in short, wherever people are congregated. We designed the standing model of this device so that you can easily carry it and clean more than one environment. Because it's portable, this model can be easily disassembled and entered into a box and stored or moved to other environments when you are done. HTL SUN UV devices has been produced by HTL Company, which has been producing high security laboratory, dry room and clean rooms for 27 years. HTL Company also has ISO 9001 quality certificate. HTL SUN UV has achieved its feature of being a product in the European Union standards by obtaining a CE certificate. Our product is an accredited product all over Europe. We have said that we are imitating the sun. Let's look how we imitate the sun. First, let's measure the ultraviolet light level in a closed environment that is bright but not directly exposed to sunlight. As can be seen, the UV value decreasing to 1 centimeter squared is seen as 0.1 microjoules in an environment where the sun does not directly enter. Now we are going out to the sun. We adjust our sensor to see the sun. We read the value on the screen of our UV meter. In the measurement we made in Istanbul in the last days of August, when the sun is right on the hill, the ultraviolet light of the sun falling to 1 centimeter squared is seen as 21.4 microjoules. Now let's look at the UV values of HTL Solar UV. The UV radiation value of the devices was measured as 119 at a distance of 1 meter. This value is about 6 times that of the sun. This value will increase over 1,000 as we get closer to the light. The further it gets, the further it will fall. How long the device will work is calculated according to the amount of radiation required to kill the target virus at the farthest point. As the distance gets longer, duration increases by the square of the distance. For this reason, positioning the light close to the area where the microbes are concentrated will increase the efficiency. The cabin model, which is our wall and ceiling type model, is preferred where the device will remain fixed. The device is designed to be always on. As the media enters and exits, the device detects this and cleans the environment when the environment is empty. This model is especially useful for elevators and cabins. The device sterilizes in elevators as long as the elevator remains empty and provides an environment for users to get on in a clean elevator for each use. The most effective solution in elevators is ultraviolet light sterilization. HTL SUN UV device is a solution for schools, classrooms and other educational areas during the epidemic period when education is interrupted. It is an important tool to sterilize these areas regularly in the absence of students. Hotels are also places where there is most human circulation. It should be a must to clean these spaces with UV after every customer. The easiest way to protect hospital germ is UV sterilization of doctors' offices, patient rooms, intensive care units, and operating rooms. Our powerful HTL SUN UV360 model has been developed to be used safely in hospitals. We think UV sterilization will be mandatory in hotels and hospitals in the future. Hospitals, clinics, intensive care units are places known for hospital germs, where microbes from previous patients are concentrated. No matter how much surface cleaning is carried out, germs suspended in horizontal surfaces and in the air infect later patients and cause secondary diseases and even deaths. It should be an application that must be done to sterilize the waiting rooms with UV at the end of the day. It is important for the health of employees, and customers of bank branches, which are used extensively during the day, are sterilized by UV at certain intervals during the day and at the end of the day. Indoor areas such as cafes are the most exposed areas in winter. These areas should be sterilized with UV during the day and at the end of the day. The larger the place, the longer the time that product should stay open at once. With the special protection wire of our product, you are prevented from touching the bulb. The fuse of the product prevents damage to the product against excessive currents. The product has a time adjustment relay according to the size of the environment. The lamp life of the product is 9,000 hours. If the bulb of the product is damaged or needs to be replaced, it can be removed by pushing the protection wire towards the spring side. Gloves are then put on, the bulb fixing is released from the spring, the bulb is removed and replaced by removing it left and right, pulling it up slowly. Then the protection wire is attached by placing the spring part first and then the other part. The cable of the product is detachable. The cable entry is the same and you can replace it with a longer one. HTL SUN UVGI devices are offered to your use safely. Product from Corona with HTL SUN UVGI clean your workplaces from viruses and protect the health of your employees and customers.